Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I nearly forgot that I had to say 3 as well. It just didn't come to me right away.
Yeah, well. But you reacted quickly. No.
If we had a woke off, who do you think would win? Me and
I
you.
think you would win.
I like to think I would as well.
Yeah, absolutely you would win.
Yes. I'm glad we're in agreement.
I give up. I'm not taking part in this in woke
this
on woke
endeavor.
violence.
It's true. That's true.
Which technically makes me more woke in a way, I guess. Actually, I win the game by not participating.
No. Maybe
Interesting.
back in woke 1.0 days.
Oh, I
We're in
forgot
woke
that
2.0
that's we do versioning now.
Where it's like
Versionings, yeah.
angry. It's like a little militant.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
And now
want to
it's-
be more than the other person.
Yes. Okay. So
Mhm.
would you say? Okay. Well, I give up.
Would I say what?
No, it's just
You
it's just
didn't
like
finish your sentence.
I don't know. I just like it doesn't matter. Honestly,
Okay, all right.
I just I submit. I put my little white flag up, and I wave my woke key in the white flag up, and I
You
go,
relinquish your credentials.
"You're the alpha woke," and I and I give you that title. You know, I don't know what that entails, honestly. Like in that you winning
Being
that
the alpha
but-
woke. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think being the alpha woke is not very alpha. So I don't
That's
subscribe to
true.
the idea of an alpha woke.
Well, technically, I guess if you want to be woke, you would think that like here
I'm on an
he's of
upper
any sort.
echelon. I'm on an upper
here-
echelon of woke to you is all.
Here he's of any sorts are kind of not cool, in general, I would imagine. But I guess winning a competition and that therefore makes you better. Is that good?
I think what's fucked up is that you don't seem to have any drive to get to a higher level. You just seem comfortable where you are. Which I
me
think is, I think
about
that's
my
fucked up.
wokeness.
About your level. Your tier of
Yeah,
wokeness,
is
you know?
this fucking Scientology? What are we making wokeness
It
into?
could be if we want to. We want it
That's
to be.
true.
Do you want it to be? Do you want to get your levels read right now? Grab this machine.
Okay, I'm
Grab
grabbing
these
it from my hand.
rods. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm turning some dials.
This just looks like a bicep curl machine. What I'm saying
No,
in
don't
right
worry
now.
about that. It's
Okay.
fine. Sorry,
Yeah.
there's a lot of dials.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot more complicated. I did see the Scientology one, and it's like one dial. This one has a lot more dials on it. It seems.
All right. Okay, I
Anything
think that's
else?
good.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Can I
just
stop
finished,
curling?
finished.
Can I stop curling now?
No, you gotta hold on to it.
Okay.
And then I ask you a series of questions.
Yeah, go on.
What's the best color?
Best color?
Mhm.
Red.
It's not a good answer. Okay, let me just go next question
Yeah.
on the list. Thoughts
Mhm.
on people who aren't you?
Aren't you?
Mhm.
They don't. They don't deserve the stuff I have. That's all right. That's what I think. I should fight for my position
right
above them. Yeah,
To
for my right.
party.
Yes, exactly. That's what I think.
I
I can party.
it's a
They
bit-
can't party.
Okay, a bit weird,
Mhm.
but okay. Moving on. How would you treat somebody who's mean?
Mean.
Yeah.
I would kill him.
You see a turtle in the
Mhm.
desert, flipped
Mhm.
over. What do you do?
Yeah. Why do I see a turtle that's flipped over? Why would why
in
is
the
it there?
desert,
Why
you
is it
see
in the
it.
desert? Why is it in the desert? Why would I be there in the desert and I saw a turtle flipped over? Why would it be the case? Why would I do that?
Wow, you actually passed that question with flying colors. The answer is to question the question.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Favorite
is
movie?
there any favorite movie?
Yeah.
My favorite, Freddy Got Fingered. I'm pretty sure, right? That's my top answer, I think.
The correct answer is I couldn't choose a favorite movie, but here are like my
Oh.
top 5.
Okay, so you have to give. You have to be indecisive.
The movies are not important. It's just the fact that you.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you got to be the kind of person that's like. I'm not the guy. It changes, day by day. It's
Mhm.
always the same.
Fluid.
Much
Yeah.
like some people's gender. And that's
I don't
okay.
believe that. I don't believe that.
Ooh, the results just spiked. I'm not even going to bother asking the last question. That was enough.
Okay, yeah. What's my?
Hold on, I need to power off the machine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, is there a receipt thingy, that printer that prints it out or something, or like a dot matrix printer?
Sorry, I was tearing off the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
You preempted it. Yes, there is one.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Let me have a look at this. Hold on, sorry, I left a couple dials. Beep.
What's this machine called? Is there a name for this machine?
It's called the Wokometer.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yep,
Yeah,
I invented it.
Okay.
Let me just look at your receipt.
that's
here
not
quickly.
fair. Then that you use it, because if you invented it, you're impartial.
You're not making this better for yourself. Yeah, no, okay.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to say,
Yeah.
not a good score.
Okay.
Quite bad.
What happens? What happens if that to me now? I
Well,
didn't score.
currently nothing. But if there is a regime change, it will be used as evidence to put you into a center.
Are you saying the wokeometer is part of the surveillance state that's going to be established when the wokies win?
I'm trying to get it there. So far, it's
Okay.
missing a few patents.
Fuck.
Kind of waiting on those to be approved.
I can't believe that we live in an age that storage is so prominent and so cheap that your footprint just gets saved somewhere and it just stays there and it can be pulled out of that storage at any time, even 20 years later, and it can affect you still. I can't believe that that will happen to me in 30, 45 years.
I mean, if you're not doing anything weird, then it's fine. Like me, it's okay.
What if I change?
Problems.
Can I change? Can I change?
I mean, if you do the test again, you might be able to. It's
does
like
it
a credit.
override?
It's like it's like a credit score. It's like easy to go down, hard to go back up.
All right. What do you have
There's
to
a lot of
do
little
for...
things you can do to increase it again, but it takes a while. It takes a lot longer to build up than it does to tear down.
Yeah. Okay.
Much like everything, really, in life.
Does it affect like my ability to get like loans or anything like that? Or
Again, if there's a regime change,
okay.
yes. Currently, no. If anything, it's helping you currently.
Okay.
Based
currently
on
in the current time, yeah. That's pretty awesome. Exactly. I might have to take it again and lower it even lower.
Well, you've got to be careful.
And I'll have to do everything for the regime change to never come.
That's kind of basically the mentality, right?
That's true.
Sort of like you just gotta keep going further.
Exactly, and it's like, because if the times change, everything's gonna catch up with me. Fuck.
The last question was gonna be, how do you feel about puppets?
Oh, okay.
So I thought maybe that could be a lead-in, but then it's like, we're at 7
I would,
minutes.
if I had to answer that live, I would have to edit that out. Unfortunately, after the episode, it'd be too much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Problematic.
But thank you for performing the test on me. Has there been many people that took this test? Or am I like the first person that has done this?
That is sensitive information.
Okay,
but
it's like a medical history.
Off the record.
I'll edit this out.
Currently at 127,000 people.
Mm-hmm. I'll put like a voice filter over you so they don't know that it was you
They don't
that
know
said
it's
it.
yeah. Give me, like the deep throat kind of.
127,000 people.
Because I couldn't tell there was you. It was some guy, I guess. But
Sorry, I got up. I let my friend with a deep throat take over for a second.
Okay.
Good.
Welcome everybody to the Ensigns, the number one unethically sourced podcast. I think that's where I'm gonna go.
The implications of that are strange.
I know.
First of all, where are we sourcing it? Ourselves. How are we treating ourselves?
I guess it depends if our existence is unethical in a way. If we, for example, I had this
mine's
thing that
perfectly fine, I think.
Okay, but then you're the ethical one, I'm the unethical one. You know,
balances out.
With that. Yeah, it goes out to zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what makes you unethical? Your name is
Max, and this is Ben. Maximum unethical.
Unethical Max.
Unethical.
New
Max.
nickname. Unethical Max.
But I had this. I bought this bag of chicken thighs, 2 kilo for like £4, and I was like, man,
a lot of chicken thigh.
That's enough protein for like 2 weeks for me, you know. Like,
There's
this is
too
a hell
much
of a
protein
deal.
shit now, man. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, I guess it's just like some sort of protein with whatever I'll cook additionally to this.
Fucking everything's protein. I can't even buy like just a milkshake, like a bottled milkshake chicken as a treat without looking at it and going, this is a protein max super milkshake.
Yeah.
It's got 50 grams of protein in it.
And therefore it costs like £2 more to go on top of that.
Yeah.
But protein popcorn, I think, is the worst thing I've seen. It's like, what does that even supposed to mean?
It's stupid. Or wraps. Every other wrap you see in the store now, like tortilla wraps.
Yeah.
They're like protein bread, every ready meal is a protein ready meal.
Yeah.
It's like this is lasagna, but there's an extra 50 grams of proteins in it. Shut up.
Just some marketing bullshit, you know?
Yup. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got the 2 kilo bag of chicken thigh. And I was like, I'm so proud of myself because I like cook. I cut the bone out, you know, like I butcher a little, you know.
You prep it yourself. That is very fancy. I tried to do that once, and it was such a pain in the ass. I just was like, I can't be bothered to do that ever again.
Yeah, I work on my knife skills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a commando perk. Remember commando when in COD where you would fly?
I didn't never play Call of Duty that much because it sucked. I think it was called
Commando, that perk that extended your knife range where you would like fly forward towards people. It was super annoying.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was and I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. I do all this cooking and butchering and stuff. And then I talked to my brother, and my brother was like, well, you know, it's probably because it was like factory farmed, you know, and stuff like that. It's like, you know, and it has the bone on it, so it's like, you know, you just don't get as much of it, you know, in terms of weight and stuff like that. But it's like the main part is like, oh, well, you know, these chickens are like the worst type of meat, you know. And I was like, you know what I did? I laughed, and then I patted my tummy.
Mm-hmm.
Patted my tummy. It was like, poof, poof. And then I belched as my response. I smiled. Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's that was my response to
you don't use the bones?
I'm gonna make a stock out of them. Yeah,
there you go. It's fine then.
Turn it into a stock. Yeah,
because if you look at the things, it's gonna say per kilogram is this much in comparison to the boneless ones, and it might be true. Like, well, you know, the bones have weight. First of all, bird bones not very heavy. Second, you can make a stock out of them.
You can.
Boil them shits up, and then
use it over time. You know, that stock. Put some veggies in it. Eat the vegetables after you're done with them. You boil them in the stock, and then you're 100%. I'll balance it out. You know, I'll balance it out. I'll use 100%. I did. Yeah, I'm homesteaded by buying the chicken thighs in the store. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what most of them homesteading guys do anyway? They
Yes.
do it as
no,
like
it's all a scam. It's all a scam.
They do like 90% of it is like just bought anyway, and like the 10% they like grow or something. It's just like, yeah, you wouldn't be able
also
to
much
sustain
with
yourself
like
off of your dad's shit.
95% of actual farms. Basically, all of the work is handled by hired help.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the rest of your time you go down to Parliament and protest about how society is reliant on you specifically, and not the seasonal migrant workers that come in to do all of the farming for you. And then you pull in the rewards. And now they're trying to make it so I can't just give my children a bunch of money tax-free. This is bullshit.
Fucking it's interesting. The point of that law was to like sustain like farming in a way, I guess, but it just turned into like a huge loophole, right? Because it's like imagine you're a farmer and then your kids are like also want to be farmers, and it's like well, paying inheritance tax on that would make it like
farming
insane.
Education. They're gonna have all the knowledge.
Exactly. They'll have all the knowledge.
And then tech jobs came up, and it's like, well, I don't want to have to plow.
Exactly.
I'd much rather sit in an air-conditioned office and design websites. Design
websites, or write code, or marketing, sales, or whatever.
And then Jeremy Clarkson comes along.
That's true.
Not only can I get some tax-free little inheritance for my family, I can also make it a TV show for Amazon.com.
Yeah. And it does gangbusters. It's
his whole thing now, he keeps complaining about how the heat waves are ruining his crop and everything. And it's like, you go back 15 years or whatever. And it's like, global warming. Never heard of it. Sounds stupid.
Yeah, crop failure in general everywhere around Europe and stuff.
Yup.
And just, I don't know, man. It's rough. You know, like that's the thing. What you don't realize is that it's just this year. It's just this year, Ben. It will be fine next year.
Because we got the worst El Nino ever or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's just El Nino. It will be fine, you know. It will
go
away.
What El Nino means? It means the small.
Exactly.
That doesn't sound bad. I'm pretty sure Nino means like tiny.
Yeah, you don't want El Grande to come in.
Yeah, if it was El Grande. Let me get a Nino translation.
We know our languages. Well, what does it mean? What does El Nino mean? Does it mean
Nino is child?
Oh,
it's the child. It's a child,
little kid. You know
exactly. It's tiny.
It's like it comes to that question. You know, how many 8-year-olds could you take on? You know, at once. It's like fucking
how many? It's exactly the Earth is
30,
just
40.
testing. How many it could. You know, it's a precursor.
How many El Niños could you take on at once? You know,
maybe if the farmers went to the government and sprayed more manure on the buildings, that would have.
There was a. I understand.
It's a very Reddit thing, isn't it?
It is.
Whole, like the farmers clapping back because they you don't F with farmers.
Well, you don't, but it's like there was an incident in Poland that was really funny and just kind of like there was a farmer who complained that they built a road that apparently was his land. So what he did is he took his tractor and he plowed through new asphalt, basically. Like he plowed through a road, like a new road. Yeah. Because he claimed this was his land, basically, and they done it, and then they checked the thing, and no, it wasn't. He just done it out of like just insanity, you know, just like he just claimed to be that way, and then he just done that thing, and now the government, the local council will have to go like, we have to fucking fix this road now.
You have to fix the road, and you need to fucking get fined for it.
It's so and it's like, you know,
there's just something about farming that makes it so that you don't understand how to communicate anything in like a humane way.
Yeah.
You just go like, I'm inconvenienced. I need to make this everybody else's problem. And just hope that it goes away. I don't even have to come up with a plan. I'm just going to start making trouble. And then maybe they'll leave me alone.
It does, that, like farmers, like in general, like I don't mind like the farmers as like
they're
a concept,
people.
right? Like they're good people, I feel like. But it's like there is like this there's this like notion that it seems like the farmers like believe like they exist, outside of a society in a way. You know what I mean? Like they're outside of community.
It's an inversion. It's an inversion of what it used to be.
Yeah,
now
exactly. I think that might be
because we recognize that we're dependent on them for food. We need it. And it's their land.
Yeah,
and they're growing it. But now they're the ones they're the ones with the divine birthright.
Yeah, it's weird.
I should give my kids my home tax-free and all my money tax-free.
Yeah. Well,
bollocks up. They're not letting me.
It's bollocks.
Wasn't the Killdozer guy in the US? Wasn't he like a farmer as well?
No, he was a muffler repair guy. He was like a welder. Killdozer was like that case. I actually watched recently a video about it, and it's like just the weird. He was just like a weird guy. He was just like a weird guy, and
they were like building a fucking school or whatever.
They were building a cement like plant near where he's like that's the biggest part about it. It's like one of his businesses was near it, and I was like, so he was like quite a well-off guy, He was like he just really didn't like what was happening, Like he was like, I'm going to kill myself doing this, for this like one shop that I run. Like I have like couple, but this one is like, you're in my way. I'm gonna create this, this monstrosity. I'm gonna kill myself. It's like, I don't know. It's just like you said. It's like a weird story, and it like created a movement out of it. On top of that, like the idea of like, don't tread on me. The libertarian stuff came from that. And what is it called? Like the quote is that he said was like a reasonable man has to do unreasonable things. I think that's what he claimed. And nothing changed. He just destroy a bunch of buildings and then cease to exist
before falling down, right?
I'm
Down
not
came
sure.
out after. When was Killdozer? I saw a dinosaur movie this week.
Oh yeah, you said you got the
dinosaur movie 2004. This is after Falling Down.
Cloverfield Lane movie. Clover. I don't know. What's the road? What was it? What's the title of the movie again?
At the end of Oak Street.
He also said you tried to say Cloverfield for a second.
It's because I had the Wikipedia thing open. I was like, my brain was half listening. End of Oak Street. I loved it.
Yeah,
I love that director. He's out of jail for now.
He was in jail for something.
Director jail.
Oh,
because he made Under the Silver Lake, which that had a whole heap of problems.
Why did it like not sell or something?
Yeah, no, it made like
no money.
$0.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
The release of it was like super balked because I think A24 he made It Follows.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And they come along and A24 go, here, you want to make like a 2.5 hour long movie about like an LA epic?
Yeah.
Not really an epic, maybe a bit of an odyssey. Big mystery thriller that spans across LA. And he was like, yeah, sure. And then he made a movie that made no sense. And they were like, what do we do with this?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
exactly.
just kind of put it out and people were confused by it. They were like, what is this movie? What is happening? And Day 24 were like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Really? I don't
and then
really
he came
know
back.
what it is.
The
reviews were not very strong. He was gone for a bit.
It was
and
a
now
good
he's
movie.
back.
I
was a
really
good movie. I
liked
love
it. I really, really liked
I
Under the
like it.
Silver Lake.
That's a real cult movie for not like super weirdos, but like if you like a bit of a weird movie,
It's a bit of it's
got Andrew Garfield in it.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield, he's really good in it too. I like his performance in it, and like he's got a lot of really cool scenes, like the producer guy, like the mansion where he goes to the mansion. The songwriter is like just such a like awesome scene, It's just like it's and it's like I feel like this movie compared to Pool Man. Remember when we watched Pool Man? I think I know a little bit more about Hollywood in a way, like LA from Under the Silver Lake, as in like, like the kind of feeling,
it's its own world out there.
Yeah, exactly. Then Pool Guy, I think it was called, right? Not Pool Man. I was a Pool Man. I don't remember because
I do sometimes think about Pool Man. And I think about Chris Pine and his desire. Like this was his break. This was like, this is my directorial debut. This is my thing. I'm gonna make movies. And then he made Pool Man, and it was like, this is not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna star in it too, and I'm not gonna be very good in it either.
Weird kind of Coen-y Chinatown.
Yes, it's Chinatown.
Like homage. It's not like a reimagining, but also meta because it's constantly referencing Chinatown directly.
Yes.
Movie. I saw the end of Oak Street.
And what did you think?
Thumbs up.
Did you like it when the dog was sitting in front of the desk with headphones on and it was talking about how good this movie was? At the end, I bet they had like an AI dog.
The dog is an important part of the story.
Yeah,
but is not in a lot of the movie.
Okay,
it's in the first act, and then it returns in the final act.
It comes
but
back
the
to
way
save.
the fact that they like advertised it that way made me think that the dog was a lot more present in the film than it actually was.
It was an iconic dog.
It is an Australian cattle dog, which is nice. I do like Australian cattle dogs. They're very cool dogs. I liked it a lot. I thought it was the second best dinosaur movie you could see. Which
do you think?
It's not saying much because there's only been one good dinosaur movie before this. And it's Jurassic Park.
Does the movie end with them finding a ship there were bug aliens and the bug aliens were fighting the Martians?
The movie doesn't.
No, they don't. They don't tackle that.
Not, fair warning. Movie doesn't. The movie is about an entire neighborhood getting sent back in time. To the Cretaceous period or some shit.
Dinosaur times, if you want to be scientific.
Prehistory.
You want to be scientific.
It gets teleported back by some kind of interdimensional bubble. And the movie does. You can feel that they don't need to explain it. They're like this. That's the premise. You don't need to know any more than that because it doesn't matter. The main thing is this family has to hide from dinosaurs now.
Nice.
They are running. We get to put dinosaurs in a suburban neighborhood, and they get to run around and interact with trash cans and stuff. I think the best part of the film for me is that I think they do a very good job of putting dinosaurs in spaces. They don't feel it feels they're interesting to see move around these spaces. They're scary. In Jurassic Park, dinosaurs are a lot like characters, Yeah. Like the velociraptors aren't necessarily anthropomorphized, but they are malicious and they are like evil. They are antagonists in the film. Why all the dinosaurs like kind of fill an idea of a character, This movie's a lot more like the dinosaurs are just animals. A lot of the time they'll like defend themselves by hitting the dinosaur once, like stabbing it with a knife or something, and they will just leave.
Yeah.
They'll go like, all right, fuck this.
I'm not dealing with this anymore.
A lot of them are like very opportunistic. There's some great set pieces in it. I feel like I was saying, it uses the space really well. There's a great scene near the end that I keep thinking about they've got like they got really good choices for prehistoric animals. It's not just the dinosaurs you expect, like T-Rex and Velociraptors and stuff. There's like there's some weird ones. There's some turtles, there's a giant snake that turns up a couple times, like one of those giant super snakes,
Yeah. Do they have the gigantic sloths in this movie?
No, they don't.
Oh,
they don't have mammals. They're very furry dinosaurs, though. The dinosaurs they went for the more feathered variety.
Yeah.
I think they look good. I think the designs for the dinosaurs in the film are good, but they will utilize the space really well. There's a great scene at the end with that giant snake going through a house and stuff. They have a lot of fun. Performances are quite good. The narrative is not entirely there, but you kind of get it from it's like very basic. It's what it needs, It's like you got a son, a daughter, dad, and a mom, and they all have very straightforward desires, and they're all in a horrible situation, and that's kind of you get everything you need.
And
you understand that the focus is on David Robert Mitchell. Is that his name? I'm pretty sure his name is David Robert Mitchell.
I don't even know who is in this movie. I haven't really looked at
the director.
Who played in it.
Who's David Robert Mitchell?
I'm just thinking of like who's in this like as an actor. I haven't.
Ewan McGregor.
Mm.
And and what's her name? God damn it! She was in something recently too. Anne Hathaway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you got 2 kids and stuff, and a couple like character actors here.
Some fucking kids.
But yeah, this movie feels like David Robert Mitchell coming back after a movie like Under the Silver Lake and going, "Look, I can make a blockbuster crowd pleaser dinosaur movie.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna make It Follows too. Please let me make more movies." And It Follows 2 is like his next thing, and it's like. Yeah, he really wants to get back into making movies again.
What is he gonna do for It Follows 2, man?
I think it's called like They Follow or something.
They Follow. Oh, okay.
Or it was called They Follow, and then maybe they changed the name. The guy who did the music for that movie is the guy who did the music for Fez. I remember playing Fez when it came out, and then seeing this movie after it came out on like VOD or whatever. Yeah. And hearing the music and immediately going like, the music in this movie sounds like music from Fez. And then I look it up and it's like, oh, it's because it's the guy who did Fez.
The same
it's called
guy.
They Follow. It's called They Follow.
Nice. What are your predictions for They Follow? What will it do?
I don't know. It's probably like lots of people get the STD or whatever. I'll be honest. I wasn't like a huge It Follows fan. It didn't hit for me.
Like, okay.
It's fine.
I don't mind.
I think mostly it's in the ending. Like I quite like it, the premise and some of the earlier stuff, but then I remember sort of like the ending being like, this is it's not doing it for me anymore.
Yeah.
But I'd recommend End of Oak Street. If you can still see it in the theater, it's worth it. That's a movie that the theater was made for. Some serious wipeouts.
No,
people getting jacked in this film.
Theater was made for that movie where the train goes. That's the camera. That's what it was made for. Nothing else.
It was made for that movie.
That specific movie. And it just happened that now they use the movie theater to show other movies. You know. But anyway, I haven't done much. I've played Big Walk with you at some point.
Yeah, we played some Big Walk.
Bunch of people. It was fun.
It's quite hectic.
Quite hectic when you have a lot of people and everybody kind of just like ants just start going their own way. And but the puzzles are fun.
And you just kind of follow people as well.
Yeah.
You just see people walking off and you go like, well, I guess I'll go with them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and sometimes you can just chill out and let someone else do a puzzle, and you can just sit there and talk and stuff. I guess that's the point of the game, right? That's what they were selling it as, like a little
We got to
you know,
one that was
hang out.
very clearly like, it was one where it was just like, we just need like 2 people to do this,
Yes.
but we're all here. So I just sat down on a rock and watched.
Yeah,
I think you
exactly.
did too.
Yeah, I was like, because I think I just
chilling.
pointed out of what to do, and then I was like,
Yeah.
I can't bother doing this, and someone else was like walking around doing all the decoding for the puzzle. But yeah, it's
good.
fun. I like the surprisingly. I think we'll play more at some point, but
Mhm.
I want to see even more of the tools that you get, because you get quite a variety of tools that you just find and then you have to carry around with you, you know. And you need people to carry those tools with you too, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's little vignettes. It's fun. It's a world that's kind of like not the highest fidelity, but I feel like
Well, I was saying
the
this to some other
vegetation
people,
and
but it's
stuff.
like, I think the world feels more realistic because the characters you are super simple.
Yes, exactly.
Because they're so simple, just shapes.
Yeah.
The world itself is like not super realistic, but it feels, or at least not super high
Res, I don't know,
visual
fidelity.
high vis, or whatever.
Yeah.
Fidelity, yeah. But because of that, all these like kind of simple tree and rock and ground assets and stuff feel more realistic because you're looking at like weird little round people walking around on it, and it's like, oh, this is a real place with cartoon characters.
Yeah, and you got the lighting engine that then facilitates a lot of the casting of shadows and sunsets and sunrises that then kind of make the world even more alive in a way, you know, and pleasant to look at, you know. There was a time when we were walking through like some corridor and some people had lights and some didn't, and there was just shadows dancing around on the corridor walls and stuff like that. It's like, it's a fun idea for a game. I feel like that's what video games are for, to kind of create these sort of experiences, right? You don't have to run around and shoot each other with guns.
Nope.
You can hang out with your friends and
you can just
kind of do nothing, you know?
Yeah.
You can just chill.
Exactly.
You know?
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Nope. Big
I want to talk about puppets.
You want to make sure you have enough time to talk about puppets, because you're excited.
This feels monumental to me because
we're halfway through the season.
This could be a contender for top 5 worst episodes of Star Trek they've ever done. This could easily be. If it's not in the top 5, it's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Easily.
The thing about
holy moly,
this episode was like, I really didn't mind
Level
this
5
idea.
Transporter accident. I didn't either. I was like, they so last year at Comic-Con, they show a tiny little snippet just to be like, here's a Pike puppet. We're doing a puppet episode.
Yeah.
You fill in the blanks, okay? And I'm with you. I don't hate that idea. I'm like, that's fine. Do some fucking stupid thing as long as you have fun with it.
Yes.
As long as you have fun with it. Now, unfortunately, last year they said, here's a puppet, you fill in the blanks. Okay? Then the episode came out. And it turns out the episode is also saying, you fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
We're not going to do anything particularly fun. And you can really feel. I think we both had a moment in this episode where there was straight up like 5 minutes of characters not saying the same thing over and over for 5 straight minutes, and it was maddening.
Yeah,
there's a bit where Pike does a little captain speech about how they can take back the ship from the Orions, and it's 5 minutes of all of them going back and forth saying, we're puppets. We are puppets and not people. And we can use our puppet powers to not die and take back the ship because we're puppets. People would get hurt, but we're puppets who cannot get hurt. It was like a ChatGPT episode.
Yeah.
Do you think they wrote it with AI? I'm going to be honest. I feel like they had the idea, core premise. Everybody on the ship turns into puppets. Cool. What happens?
Yeah.
Some Orions tried to take the ship. Okay, what else? Spock isn't a puppet. Okay, what else? They take back the ship. Okay, and then what happens? It was Spock's dream. Do we want to do anything else? I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
I've just had 85% of my brain removed in surgery, and I can't think.
And replaced with felt from puppets.
Anything else? What's crazy is I think we both had this point of like. So they introduce the idea that they don't actually get hurt early on in the episode because Lan, her arm just kind of pops off for some reason.
They sew it back on, like,
and then they
make
sew
a
it back
point
on,
they have to sew.
And they make a big point to be like, look, you can just sew each other back together and keep using it, and there's no pain or anything. Isn't that awesome? And then there's another point later on when Pike as a puppet gets ejected from the ship, and everybody thinks he died, but then he comes up to the window and he's still alive, and they're like, whoa, he's alive. And it's like, yeah, we established that. And then they also have the thing of fucking, what's her name, Pelia also gets cut in half
with a sword.
And they have this whole scene of like, oh no, we can save you, Pelia, don't worry. And it's like, we already know that you just have to sew them up.
Reinstating what has been established over and over again because they need to fill time, I guess.
Also, we should say no new worlds. Anyway.
Technically, Spock's mind is a whole world if you think about it. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't count. But yeah, what else in this episode? What was it I was going to say?
I'm like, my brain is flooded with things I could talk about in this episode. First of all, I still stand by it's I think last episode or 2 episodes ago, I said I can't think of anything to talk about because ultimately the main issue with all of these is that they're just not entertaining. All of them are written so boring. The horror episode is boring. The noir episode is boring. The only one that's even remotely entertaining is the Hangover episode, and even then, it's still not good. Like, it at least clears that first hurdle for me of like not being an interesting episode. But then it fails on the other aspects of like, this is like really poorly written. It's just not like particularly funny, but at least had a premise of like, okay, everybody's like kind of drunk, and then Ortegas and Scotty have to like put their differences aside. Whatever, that's an episode.
They learn to work together at the end of it.
But now I've gotten to one where it's like, yeah, like you were saying, I'm down for a puppet episode. They do not feel like they were down for a puppet episode. It makes me question, like, whose idea was it to do a puppet episode? Because nobody seems particularly interested in doing a puppet episode.
Yeah, like, it feels like they designed the Pike puppet and they made, like, the big hair.
Yeah,
like,
they had the funny design for the Pike puppet of, like,
yeah.
oh, he's, like, really macho and he's still got his full head of hair and stuff. He's got this big V-shaped torso. Yeah. Isn't that funny? And then the others, they were like, well, it's just kind of a puppet version of
exactly. And, like,
Scotty and Pelia were the two
looks...
that they tried to make, like, cartoony. Right?
A little
they
bit.
Were like, Scotty looks like a weird sad Muppet, and Pelia is like a weird little gremlin-y kind of thing with big wiry hair.
Yeah.
And then everybody else, they were just like, yeah, this is just it just kind of looks like Ortegas as a puppet. Yeah, this one just kind of looks like Benga as a puppet and Chapel as a puppet.
Yeah.
Kind of didn't really
care
that much. They don't really do many puppety things. They don't flail or anything or scream. They just kind of are themselves.
For
the
how
acting
much
is really, really stiff. The puppetry is stiff.
Yeah. For how much they emphasize the fact that they're puppets, they don't play around with that idea that much.
The one thing they get married to is the idea that they don't get hurt. That's it. They can be sewn back together, and they just stick to that idea throughout the whole episode.
There's a scene
very boring.
where Spock, he has to go down to engineering. Scotty is like at photon torpedo, I think, or something. Is like on top of him.
He's being crushed by a photon torpedo.
And he's like, I can't move, whatever. And Spock, he can't lift it. Then the camera like pans and Scotty's standing next to him. And I was like, oh, and he's like, oh, you could have gotten out of it the entire time. He's like, oh, well, I didn't realize that I could, And I was like,
yeah.
Is it? And I was like, for a second, I was like, is there going to be like a Hammer Space thing? Like, are they going to be like more cartoony in a way?
They should have been more... They should have been sillier. They should have just been sillier. They save all the silliness for the end when they go like, we have the power to take back. We're going to fight back even though we're puppets. And they kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of issues with a lot of inconsistencies in this episode.
A lot of inconsistencies.
But that's the annoying thing, is at the end of it, you just kind of hand wave it away and go, well, Spock was dreaming. And it's like, okay.
That's true, yeah.
If that's the case, why do I give a fuck about anything in this episode?
You don't.
Just because he gets over the horror movie episode in this episode? I don't care. I don't care if he gets over it. I don't care that he had an issue with it still. I assume we had just kind of moved on. But apparently we're still thinking about the Griffin incident. It was just that impactful.
Yeah, exactly, And it's we have the scene where Pike gets vented into space and he does the thing with
Spock dreams about his inevitable death in the Wrath of Khan now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Reference humor, Gen Z.
Reference
do you like
humor.
It? Or I mean Gen X, do you like it? It's the movie. It's Wrath of
Remember
Khan, but it's a puppet. And also it's Pike and not Kirk.
Exactly,
But
and this is where he learns it, what he's going to do.
It was
again.
it was kind of a baby episode. I feel like they just like, I don't know, it's all over the place.
It was super inconsistent. It felt like you said before, where it's like they came up with the idea that we'll do a puppet episode, but they had like no substance. Like they didn't know what it was going to be.
It's like they have a checklist of different pastiches and references they can do.
Yeah,
and they got to puppet on the list, and they were like, "Anybody want to write a puppet episode?" No, well, it's on the list, so we have to. Okay, let's do it. I guess
it feels like, and that's what people kind of complain about when you look at the subreddit. That it's like, or like any of the subreddits, that it's like this. The percentage of gimmick episodes to normal episodes currently is insane. Like,
it's too high.
Basically, every single episode has been a gimmick.
Like, they had a couple genre pastiches in the first two seasons. So like, ones. This episode's a musical episode, and it's like, that's fun, sure.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what have we had? We've had a fucking horror episode.
Noir.
Quote unquote noir episode. Had a hangover episode. And now we've got a puppet episode. It's like, can we get like
dinosaur episodes, even if you want to be mean about it,
I wouldn't say that was a gimmick episode. I guess a time travel episode, but
a little bit
time travel.
It doesn't matter.
Fucking time doesn't matter.
The
first point is that it's not really a genre pastiche.
Yes, yes.
The rest of them are like, gimmick. It's like, we want to do a noir episode. Okay, what are we gonna do? We'll make it black and white. Okay. That's kind of where we're going to stop. That's kind of it. Do an episode that's a bit of a mystery. Well, that's weird because basically every episode of Star Trek is a mystery.
It's a mystery, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but this one is a more. We're gonna make you aware that it's a mystery. We're gonna make it so that you know it's a mystery, as opposed to just having an episode that has a plot, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna make you aware of the fact that there is a plot in this episode, and it's a noir plot.
Yeah,
isn't that fun? And in this one, it's again. I feel like what I was saying last time is like, it should have just been Scotty instead of Pike. There should have just been a Scotty episode, because you have that little plot line about how. Which in the end doesn't actually get resolved.
Doesn't get resolved.
I guess Spock just dreams about it. But Scotty has this whole plot line of like, oh, Peli is always making fun of me and being like, Scotty, you're not as good as this other guy that you were at school with. And I guess Spock dreams of a reconciliation between
them. Exactly. Yeah, he has to tell Scotty the next episode to tell him that it's resolved. He resolved that issue.
Yes, yeah. By the way, Scotty, I had a dream in which you and Peli resolved your differences from school. But I don't know. I think I said it like immediately. I think I was like, "This is going to be a dream episode," and you were like,
"Yes, you
really?"
did." Yeah,
and I was like, "Yeah, I can already feel it." There's no way they're going to commit that heavy to just like everybody got turned into a puppet for some reason.
Yeah.
But
They're gonna make it
it should have been
official.
a Scotty episode. It should have not been a dream. I think it's more interesting for Scott. They should have upped the puppet cartooniness, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They should have been compelled to be fucking stupid and annoying, like a Muppet.
Compelled, Jesus.
They should have been they should have just. That was something we didn't touch on. They have the main plot point is that they can't really interact with the ship physically. Yes. They can do voice commands, but because everything's a touch screen.
Yeah.
They can't. They don't have like fingers, so it doesn't recognize. It's like trying to control your smartphone with a anything with that is gloves on your finger, basically. Yeah, with gloves on. So they can't do anything. And Spock needs to run around. It's all about how Spock has to do everything. And
yeah,
I don't care anymore. We've done enough of that with Spock. Let's do an episode where Scotty has to deal with it. He's trying to like deal with his anxiety, and he has to deal with all these fucking puppets. And then you can have the whole thing of like he sees Pelia as kind of like a weird cartoon character, and he's feels like she's making fun of him all the time. And then you can have that reconciliation and have it actually mean something because it would be not a dream.
Yeah, you can have him then come out of a dream or something.
I think it would
or like
just
even
be
if Scotty, it was a Scotty's dream, and then Scotty comes out of the dream and goes to
No,
Pelia
it
and talks
shouldn't be
about
a
it or
dream.
something. I don't know. Like I know, but it's like.
Which, to be honest, I'm glad this was a dream, because if this wasn't a dream, the amount of like inconsistencies in the logic and rules of this episode, it was like, if this isn't a dream, I'm gonna be more pissed off. Actually, I would be more pissed off if this movie was not in fact a dream. But the fact that it's a dream at least lets you hand wave away like all these stupid inconsistencies, like
stuff. Yeah.
Like, why are they at one point not really able to interact with the Orions at all in any meaningful way? And then by the end, they're like, duh, but we can actually hold them in place now and punch them.
Yeah.
It's like,
because it's like stated explicitly by La'an, I think, where she's like, I can't, like, my felt, I you can't punch them, but then they do.
That's why
and
it's
like,
not worth talking about those inconsistencies, because at the end of the day,
exactly,
it was a dream. Who cares? Spock was dreaming, and it's inconsistent because it was a dream and it had dream logic. But I'm overwhelmed. This is the first time in episodes, even going into Starfleet Academy, that I feel like I've had so much to talk about that it's just all trying to flood out of my mouth at once.
Yeah. Is Spock racist because you made the pirates Orion, and Orions are considered to be pirates? So they're like,
True. Well, I think, didn't they establish that it was Orion space at the beginning of the episode that they got stuck in?
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they talk about, like, we got to be careful because there's been reports of Orions here doing.
But he could have dreamt the fact that they helped him not be pirates,
Well,
but he chose
true,
to be pirates, which is
that's
unfortunate. Poor Orions.
Everybody's racist in this universe, O'Brien is racist, and we don't begrudge him his racism.
Well, he was at war. It's different. He was.
Spock was at the war with the Klingons as well.
He was. But those were different.
Is he allowed to be racist to Romulans? I've reattached the wokeometer to you, by the
way. That's interesting. I think Romulans and Vulcans are the same people, I think. So they can't be racist. That's my answer. I don't know. I think it's
bad. That's a bad.
I know. That's a bad way of putting it, but that's what I think, and I'm not gonna hide it. I'm saying the truth. No one can silence me. I'm a Romulan truthist, I guess. I don't know.
What about Remans?
Remans?
Wow, they weren't Romulans or Vulcans. They were like a slave race, so I guess that doesn't really matter.
Well, no.
Neither here nor there. Oh my god, this episode was so bad. I can't stop thinking about how I'm happy it was bad. I feel emboldened. I feel energized again. I haven't felt this way since Discovery season 5.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, holy moly, I can't believe they're doing this. Like, it's the last season of Strange New Worlds had some strange choices. No new worlds, of course, just strange choices. And Starfleet Academy was like a bafflingly bad show. At the end of the day, mostly that they were both really boring. You know, I was just watching them going like, I wish I was doing anything else right now. This was the first episode in a while where I was like hooked by how horrible this episode.
What do you mean you were hooked?
And
you personally asked me to try to skip a bit of the dialogue he had in that captain quarters.
No, that's not what I asked you to skip. I asked you to skip forward during the big fight scene at the end, because I was like, this is really not funny, and this is
it
really
was the fight. Actually, that is a good point. It was the fight.
I was like, I know this fight scene is gonna be like 2 minutes, and it's really, really boring. Could you skip?
Yeah,
but you didn't, so it's fine. There was one point. No, what happened in the captain's room, I remember, is that there was a point where I looked at my phone and sent a couple messages. And after like a minute of doing that, I looked up and they were still talking about the same thing. Like they had not moved on. They were still just going around in circles going, and we're puppets. We have puppet powers and we're not humans. We don't
Impelia got cut in half,
like humans.
You know?
Look, Pike was out in space and Pelia got cut in half because we're puppets. We can be sewn back together and we're puppets. And it's important to remember that we can use our puppet powers to take back the ship because we are puppets. And we are not human anymore because we are puppets. I can't. They had to have been writing it, going. How do we write more of this? We have no ideas. We have no ideas. We have no idea what we're gonna do. We're so screwed. They're going to fire us from the writing team.
Fuck.
And then they said, go to ChatGPT and tell it to fill out the pages with this because I want to go home. I want to go get a sandwich.
Yeah.
I want to turn in.
Also, T'Pring is in this episode. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I was going to bring her back. She's a puppet, and then
she's a puppet.
She's this whole thing of like in Spock's dream, she keeps going like, we should not do anything and just let them take the ship for some reason.
Yeah,
they're like explaining like. Again, it's annoying. It's an annoying thing to talk about the bad writing in the episode because at the end of the day, a stupid person could just go, well, it was a dream. Of course they were acted weirdly and inconsistent. It was a dream. Fuck you.
Yes.
Person I made up in my mind.
Yeah,
Max, you were saying there's a bit of a war about this episode. Do you think this is the real breaking point of people of splitting the fandom between
I don't know if
the whimsy lovers and the normal people?
No, it's like, I guess maybe, but at the same, you
can't
just
look
read
at Reddit,
some of the
they do this thing
subreddits
now
and shit.
Where you click on a subreddit and you read something, you read like 2 sentences or something, and then it says you should log in to keep using it, and I'm like, I'm not making an account. Sorry.
Every platform does that now. Even fucking Twitter does that also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
And the idea of it's just like a lot of people go like, I actually like this episode. And then someone will go like it was bad, and then it like pours out like the vitriol starts like building over. It's like, well, you're a fucking basement dweller, you fuck, you know. It's just like, what the fuck is happening, you know? It's like, or someone will make like a very, you know, oh, I'm such an idiot, I'm Chungus, like, you know, whimsy maxing, you know, I'm so fucking dumb. I this is what I want to consume. Like, wow, okay, you know, it's like it feels like people are really sick, you know, of like either I think the last episode we read like a comment where it was like, oh, I just love sitting down and turning my brain off and watching this, you know. And the other people are making fun of those people, and then those people throw themselves at the other people, and it turns into a fucking, like, you know, biting each other, you know, to death, you know, sort of thing. But it's like,
I do feel like I need to rewatch at least the first season.
Of what? Of Strange New Worlds?
Of Strange New Worlds, because I remember, and we were saying this in the 4th season as well, I remember being like, this is okay. This is not bad. I'm having a good time watching this. But now it's just like, what happened? Is it the show or is it me?
I don't know. It's like, it feels like the characters are like dead. Like nothing is done. Like, I don't feel like any of the episodes are driven by characters. I don't know. It feels...
The first season, I remember it definitely had the vibe of like, oh, everybody's kind of really friendly and it's sort of like The Office in space, you know?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like front and center. It was like sort of like the underlying tone, but there was still Star Trek-y adventures, right?
Yeah.
They were still going to strange new worlds. But now it feels like The Office-y kind of, we're all best friends and we love hanging out with each other and just having fun, whimsical adventures every now and then.
Yeah. And every adventure, and every advent, especially in this season, every episode is a whimsy adventure.
Every
it's like a job.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't think there was anything whimsical about the Griffin incident. That was kind of the most nightmarish thing I've ever seen.
But there was
Did you see Spock's ears get cut off?
They
crazy.
went on the ship by themselves, like a bunch of
still
fucking
like,
idiots.
They just were like, you know.
And I would have, and they did, like I said when we were talking about it, they didn't even make it like contrived. When they're like, oh, I'm picking up high energy readings from the warp core. We need to turn this off, or it will cause like a thing. I think
they did something. I vaguely remember there being like, oh, there's like one life sign or something, which
maybe
I
think you might be right. Yeah,
but it's like it was more just like they went on board and they were like, well, I guess it still works. It's gonna be working for the next 60 minutes, and they were like, should we leave? And then Kirk was like, no, we'll just bum around a bit, chat, you know. We could do exactly that on the shuttle, or we could wander around a long-lost ghost ship.
Yeah, and my baby's in the walls. My baby's in the walls. But yeah, not too good still.
Yeah,
we're
this was
halfway through.
This was really bad. I'm just like, I keep thinking back like that's rough. This is a rough one. This is a really like
no song, no musical bit or any sort. They're going to do a musical
song. Why not do a little Muppet song? Why not have them do like It's Not Easy Being Green kind of?
Because we're probably going to get a musical episode later on in the season. That's why they didn't want to do a song in this one.
I don't know if they are. I don't know. I think
feel
they were
like
just like, I think it's just if they were going to do a song, then they're like, well, then we need to hire like somebody to write a song, and there's a whole thing, and then we got to worry about the idea of licensing it and stuff and everything.
That's true.
And who's going to sing it? We got to pay the people to sing, because paying actors to sing is like a whole different contract.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Well, because it's like you get into all the licensing and stuff, right? Yeah. Licensing for music is entirely, and songs and musical numbers and soundtracks are entirely different situations. And there's no way actors these days, back then in the 90s, you could trick them. You could just be like, hey, could you sing this? Yeah, sure. And then they'd sing it, and then they'd be like, wow, this is a super hit. We're not going to give you any royalties because we don't have to.
Good thing that all our episodes
we tricked you into doing this.
Yeah, we're fucking cutthroat, motherfucker. Fuck you. Good thing that all our episodes are songs, actually.
Yeah,
I've made sure of that.
And I'm not saying it's bad that people can't get tricked nowadays. It's good, but it does mean that, you know, there's a lot more hurdles.
Paperwork.
Like if they're going to do a musical episode like they did in the second season, there's a lot more thinking ahead of time they need to do of like, okay, well, we're going to need like, we've got budget for a certain amount of musical numbers, and we need to work out, are the people, are the actors going to be singing, or are we going to get voiceover? Are we going to get sound-alikes to do it? If we could just do one quick, barely even a minute, maybe like a 45-second Muppet-style song, you know?
Yeah.
Do you imagine Pike, he fucking like pulls a banjo out of nowhere?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It just should have been, if you're going to go in on a silly episode, you should go in on the silliness.
Imagine Scott, he has a puppet, he takes out a bagpipe, you know? just
a
to
little
emphasize the
patronising,
fact
but
that
sure.
he's Scottish. You know, they already did this in the show.
Because you've landed in a space instead with this episode where it just feels like an episode for babies. It just kind of feels like a really heavy, like, this is an episode that you would make if you wanted to be like, this is a show for children. No, they haven't leaned into the pastiche enough. I like the noir stuff, but then it's like it makes it even harder to take the horror episode they did before seriously, right?
Yeah,
they were trying to go really hard on that when they were like, look, you can see fucking Kirk's brother's guts fucking flying out of it.
Oh, his
Whoa, it's
anus,
fucking gross. It's like, I just don't. It just feels childish. Feels childish. And then they come along and they go, here's an episode, look, Pike is a funny puppet and everybody else is a funny puppet. They do anything funny? Not really. We don't really know how to write comedy anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to write puppets. I wonder if they actually got the Jim Henson company to do the puppets, or if they just were like in-house Paramount puppet studio.
It was they were AI generated. We didn't even realize. But no, we had the guy. And the episode ends with them flying in space, in the vacuum of space. Like, not specifically ends completely, but like the bit before he wakes up is like they all fly in space to like experience, I guess, like space. Yeah. The safety, I guess, sure. Like being outside and in space
again,
without the danger
doesn't
of
matter.
It doesn't matter, right? So it's like I don't know. It's
Oh, this is another thing. Yeah, I saw some people talking about this because a lot of people said that the musical episode was copying an episode of Buffy that was also like a musical episode.
Yeah.
This episode, people pointed to an episode of Angel, which is a spin-off of Buffy, which also had an episode in which all the characters were turned into puppets.
That's weird. Is there like
again? I mean, I don't know. People do puppet stuff a lot now.
Yeah, I don't think it's
There's the Community episode where they all got turned into puppets.
Yeah,
well, they didn't get turned into, but they do like flashbacks and they're all puppets.
Yeah.
And you have I don't know. They do some puppet jokes and stuff in 30 Rock and things like that. And, yeah.
They probably have puppets in like Family Guy.
Yeah. It's because Avenue, I feel like it's mostly an Avenue Q. Avenue Q got very popular in the late aughts. Mm-hmm. And that made a lot of the shows around the time go, we need to like we need to do like a crossover basically. Not like a direct like, here's the characters from Avenue Q, but it's like, we'll get the Avenue Q people to like, work on an episode. They'll make some puppets of the characters. They'll write some jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do a little puppet joke, puppet humor.
I am
curious
what else they'll do in this season. What are the gimmicks they're gonna do in this season?
I don't think it could get worse than this, which makes me go, I'm gonna be really bored for the next 5 episodes because there's no way they could write an episode as bad as this.
So let's see what next episode is called. It's called Off Hours, I think. An off-duty window becomes a warp emergency when an Enterprise is pushed beyond its safe limits. Are they gonna turn into Paris lizards in this one? All sex. They're gonna have sex in this one.
Some promotional photos. There's an icicle Mbenga.
Nice.
Picture of Laan. Picture of Una. Picture of that Vulcan lady and Scotty. Vulcan lady. Character standing. Pike standing. Pike sitting. Chapel icicle. It doesn't look like anything is happening in this episode other than people will be standing around.
Well,
this week's episode is titled Off Hour, described in Trek Movie's early review as a disaster movie homage. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm not right. I'm reading off of trekmovie.com, apparently. The source of everything new in Trek.
So it is another gimmick, basically, I guess, right?
Apparently, according to trekmovie.com, it's a disaster movie homage.
Homage to...
We're going to get
some Titanic
some
reference.
Roland Emmerich kind of Stargate,
Moonfall.
Kevin Spacey parties, and
Jesus, what did they? I don't know.
Roland Emmerich is let's just say is got some Bryan Singer ties. Was he accused of anything? No. Was he hosting parties for Bryan Singer and Kevin Spacey to be at and stuff? Yeah, apparently.
Allegedly
Apparently he was.
Allegedly.
Max, what would you rate this episode out of 5?
I would
out of 5 transporter accidents.
I would rate it out of transport, because this was level 5.
Yeah.
I would say 1 Scotty in the Proto buffer, I guess. Right? That's a good rating, I think.
In the what buffer? In
a transporter buffer, transporter
Yeah.
buffer. That's my rating. 1 Scotty in the transporter buffer out of 5 transport accidents, I guess. What did you? At least you like this. You were like, because it stimulated you, right? That's what counts. In the end.
I didn't like it. I was happy to be.
Yeah.
Have something to grab onto in terms of complaining.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I am looking forward to see if they're gonna have the ratings are gonna get lower and lower, because at this point they are getting lower and lower.
You have to really fuck up if it's worse than, because this is the thing. Ultimately,
it would be very funny. That's what I think. Basically,
ultimately, I don't even think the bad rating for this is on the content of the episode itself. I think it's one of those things where it's just because it was a dream at the end. People hate the dream at the end thing,
yeah.
Nobody likes it. At the end of the day, as soon as you release an episode where everything was a dream at the end, people are going to go to IMDb and they're going to go, 1 star. I can't believe this whole episode was a dream. Why did I even watch this?
Yeah.
That's ultimately the cardinal sin, but I think it goes deeper than that.
That's why people hate Lost,
Exactly. 100% right. People were loving Lost,
what was
and
happening
then
before
you
that.
get to the very end, and people were like, "That's it."
That's it. They were all
1
puppets
star.
in the end.
The smoke monster was a puppet. The hatch was a puppet.
I can't wait for them
bunker?
to do a Lost episode, a pastiche for the Strange New Worlds.
Buddy, if you ask me, the writers of this show are already fucking lost.
Nice. Wow.
All right, let's end on that one.
You fucking got him.
All
right. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
That's a good end, right? That's like a real
You can pat yourself on the back.
Done
for that one.
No more to say.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening to Dead Ensigns, our podcast. What did I say? You can listen to us on many platforms, any platforms that provide you with podcasts. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, whatever that one is called. We also upload onto YouTube. If you want to see us on YouTube, Dead Ensigns. You can leave us a comment on any of the platforms on YouTube also, and you can also send us an email if you really want to at deadensigns@gmail.com. That's deadensigns@gmail.com. And I think that's it.
We haven't gotten any comments for a while.
I don't think we have. No one
I'm
talks to us
right now.
We're in a void. We're just talking at nothing.
People hate us.
People hate us because
we're...
Yeah,
nothing.
It's unfortunate the Venn diagram of us complaining about Star Trek and the people that like to turn their brain off while listening, while watching something is overlapping.
We got to bring them back. We've got to find a way.
Manipulation of some sort, pretending that we enjoy these episodes.
Maybe I'll just title this one, "Please Come Back."
Please
you know what I just remembered as well? I never uploaded to YouTube for the last one. Do that.
Well, you get a double upload.
Nah, I'll do it now. I'll do it tonight.
Well, it'll be fine.
Stuff.
It doesn't matter
the regular
that much.
one, the audio, just not the video.
Yeah, I think that's where we mostly get our views anyway. So if you're one of those views,
maybe I just won't do this one. Lost episode.
Oh, it's a lost episode. No thumbnail.
In 5 years, people will be like, "What happened with this one in particular?" It's gone.
You don't want to make a joke about black and white thumbnail for the previous one of some sort?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that solves a big problem if like I can't remember at all even what we talked about, but that's cool. That's good. Yeah, I'll just do something like that. That's good. That's good.
I can't wait to see the thumbnail for this episode because there'll be a puppet in it. Maybe is there a teaser? Just
I don't know. Maybe I haven't thought about it.
No
haven't even
puppets
considered
in this thumbnail.
I don't know.
Can we put Kermit in this one? Because I don't think we can.
Sure, for you, I will. For
All
you,
right.
I will.
Well,
Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.